my fellow human light beings. This is Mahadeva, your friendly neighborhood thunder wizard. Today we are going to do another live guided interdimensional meditation with the intention to bring the Solar Flash Ascension event. So took a week off because I was traveling internationally, and I've been back here for 4 days, and to be honest, I am still fighting crazy jet lag. I've never experienced anything like this. So I still think we're going to be doing just fine. I feel energy and I feel a connection to our light being friends. So I believe that we will have a powerful meditation today. What I'd like for you to be doing right now to get yourself prepared is to be thinking about the way that, whatever word you want to use, the powers that be, or the deep state, or the Illuminati, the banking cartels, big government, whatever word you want to use for those forces that are keeping us from having the freedom that we deserve, and who are doing nefarious things. I won't get into any of that because YouTube doesn't like when we talk about those kinds of things, but you know about some of them. And I'd like for you to bring the things in mind that you would like to see eradicated from our society. And I'd like for you to focus on the freedom that we deserve as humans. All human beings, every single human being that incarnates on planet Earth is a divine being that has the right to live freely and has the right to choose however they want to live and experience whatever they want to experience. And any force that gets in the way of that freedom is breaking a universal spiritual law. It is a law that is followed throughout the multiverse. The only place that I know of in the universe where this law is broken in every single moment is here on Earth in our third dimension. And the universe will not tolerate it any longer. But since we are the masters of this earth, so I'd like for you to get rid of any beliefs that you have that make you think that some other beings master you, because that's the cause of the problem. The reason why there are banking cartels and things like that is because people choose to allow themselves to believe that they can be controlled. But you cannot be controlled by anything unless you give your permission. So we've all done it. It's not our fault. We're trained from birth to give our permission to concepts and ideas and actual things to control us and to control our thoughts. And most importantly, the main lesson that every human being is taught is that they don't have any value and that they don't have any rights, and that you're stupid, silly, sinful. These are all tools used by psychopathic narcissists to control you and to feed off of you. And just like the Matrix, even though we're not literally physical batteries for machines, by the way, the symbology of that, the machine world represents lack of empathy, because machines don't have empathy, because they're not alive, they're not conscious. And this strikes a symbol to us because we are controlled by narcissistic psychopaths who have no empathy. And so that's where that comes from, the idea that machines are ruling you. This is why people are obsessed with the idea of NPCs on Earth. And NPC is nothing more than a human being without empathy. And so, you know, here's something that goes on in my mind. Maybe it goes on in your mind. And it's because, you know, if you do have empathy for yourself and for other beings, it's very difficult to imagine somebody who doesn't. You know, that's why we're shocked. That's why there are movies about serial killers and, you know, monsters and zombies, because we are shocked at the idea that a conscious being could have no empathy for you. That's why it's so entertaining, because we don't get it, we don't understand it. So, you know, one of the things that happens with me is whenever I discover on a deeper level active ways that the powers that be are psychopathically, narcissistically abusing and feeding off of humans, my first instinct is to think, well, you know, they'll back off. You know, they'll get what they'll want and they'll back off. And they don't. And that's because we're hoping that they'll have empathy for us, and they won't. So this is a long introduction. I just want you to be thinking about it. There are, you know, however you want to look at it. If you want to call them archons, that's fine, because archons means rulers. It doesn't, I don't subscribe to the Gnostic idea of archons, because that takes away your responsibility and your agency. You have allowed this into your psyche, and we as a species have allowed this into our collective unconscious and into our real lives. And so now that you know that this exists and that you know that it is a violation of spiritual law, and the only reason that these beings are allowed to continuously violate this spiritual law is because we, as the masters of this third dimensional realm, we have given over our divine sovereignty to them. And that is the only reason that it is allowed to happen, because we have allowed it. So today we're going to act from our divine right to not allow this anymore, to prevent it, to stop it, to eradicate it. And every time that we do these meditations, it seems that the universe responds, and it seems that, you know, days and hours afterwards, there are revelations that come out in the media where the psychopaths have to retreat. So we've got them on the run. And this is the most powerful tool that we have, these meditations that we're going to do. And again, to remind you, what we are going to do is we are going to, with our astral bodies, I'm going to guide you into going out into space. We are going to invite all of the light beings who are aware that there is a violation, a spiritual violation going on all the time. And we are going to ask for their help and their power. And I will guide you. We'll do the same thing we did a few weeks back. We're going to go and we're going to get some higher dimensional energy. We're going to go to the sun and we're going to release it towards planet Earth. And I want you to know how powerful today is. I mean, today I'm still not 100%, to be honest. I'm still fighting off horrible jet lag. But each day is a little bit better, and so I finally decided that I would be ready today. Or I just made the decision that I would be ready today. But as it turns out, we are having a very powerful astrological setup here. So this is the day before the full moon. So I'm here in Florida, and I go outside and the moon looks full, but it's the day before. That is the most powerful day. If you go out on the full moon, it's already starting to wane. You want to get it as it's almost full. That's when it has the most power. That's right now. And the moon is in Scorpio, which is the sign of Mars, but it's the internal. It's the secret. It's the unconscious. And so the moon is now in the sign of Mars in the unconscious, and this is where the battle is fought. Because it is in your unconscious mind that the powers that be have infiltrated and control you. And listen, I'm just like everybody else. I have to really work hard not to be, crippled by fear of economic insecurity, because I've got mountains of debt, and if my income doesn't change, I'm going to be in a serious world of hurt very soon. So I have that same fear that everybody has, and I don't appreciate that I've allowed that into my mind. So I'm going to be fighting that as well. And this is where the battle is fought, in the mind, in the unconscious. And not only do we have the full moon in Scorpio, but we have Mars. Let me take a look here. Got all kinds of other things going on. Again, this is Vedic astrology, which is the actual, I'm sorry, those of you who love Western astrology, it is an inaccurate calculation. Sorry, those are just the facts. If you want the calculation of the actual placements of the stars that are hitting you at this moment, this is the sidereal zodiac. You can be a Western sidereal astrologer, that's fine. But Vedic astrology uses it as well. And so we've got the moon in Scorpio, and we have Rahu and Mars and Neptune. Rahu in Pisces. Rahu and Mars are conjunct. This is incredibly powerful. So whenever you have Rahu conjunct a planet, Rahu expands the powers of that planet. And Rahu is considered a negative. It has to do with obsession and addiction and all the things associated with all the things that we said, about all the negative things. So Mars is in there. Mars has now been expanded by Rahu. Mars is the warrior. And it's in Pisces, which is the deep internal spiritual sign. So here we have the warrior has gone into deep meditation. And if we want to, we can say that the combination of Mars and Rahu means that the warrior is now doing some serious magic, some serious warfare magic. Or if we don't take use of that, then all kinds of negativity happens. So we're going to take a hold of this very powerful transformative energy, this warrior energy, and we are going to harness it, and we are going to direct it on the evildoers that are seeking to control the minds, and not just the minds, but the planet itself. And every time we do this, so far, we have been successful. We see something change. So this is the mindset that I want you to hold on to right now. And we're going to go ahead and get started with the meditation here in a second. Before I do that, I want you to know that if you appreciate what is going on this channel, you can right now go click on the $ and put some money into the chat, support the channel that way. The best ways to support this channel is to subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell button. Do the live interdimensional meditations as often as possible. So whenever I'm doing these live, show up. This will be powerful for you as well as for all of us and the rest of the world. Follow and like Path of the Thunder Wizard on Facebook. Share the Thunder Wizard YouTube video links and Facebook posts on your social media. Subscribe to the thunderwizard.com Patreon site, which is thunderwizard.com. The YouTube channel, Thunder Wizard, subscribe there. Of course, you can subscribe here at the YouTube channel for free. But here you can go to thunderwizard.com and you can look at a bunch of different ways that you can empower yourself and learn. And whenever you subscribe, not the free subscriptions there, but when you subscribe to the different tiers, you allow me to continue to do this. And it's not for nothing. You will get thousands of dollars worth of teachings and techniques that you can't find anywhere else in the world, in history. It's the only place you can find it. So subscribe there. And then you can also, at the thunderwizard.com site, you can browse the shop. So in the shop, there are recorded video teachings anyway, you can check it out, all kinds of stuff, but very powerful energy practices there. If you go, you'll look, you'll see the 5-element Maoshan moving forms, which I just did before coming on because I wanted to get tapped into that power. You can do the Summoning the Immortals, which is probably the most financially feasible, and that will be very helpful to you as well. And then the Celestial Qigong, but there's a bunch of other stuff there as well. And last thing, I want to let you know that we've got, again, here at thunderwizard.com, you can go and subscribe to the live Zoom class and discussion group with me. We meet twice a month for about an hour and a half each time. And this is for people who are doing the live interdimensional or just even private interdimensional meditations. When you do this, you should know, if you're new to this, you are going to have an experience. I don't know what kind of experience, but I guarantee you, and I'm not hyperbolizing. I guarantee you that as you do this meditation, you are going to have direct contact with very powerful higher dimensional beings. Now, what happens between the two of you, that's between you. I don't know what kind of experience you'll have. You might not think anything's going on, but watch what happens. You're going to do this meditation and watch. Your life's going to change in ways you can't even begin to predict. This is very real. And so a lot of people do it and they don't know how to process it. And so that's what this is all about. Live Zoom class and discussion group. We get together, you can ask me questions, you can share with other people. You know, everybody's got different understandings, their different experiences. And when we come together and share it, we realize we're not crazy. We're not making this stuff up. This is real, what's happening. All right, and Squirrel Monk threw down $49.99. Thank you, I appreciate that. That's very helpful. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate the support. All right, so that's all the ways that you can help the channel. Well, there's other ways, but that's all we're going to talk about for now. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get started with the meditation. So once again, let's bring our attention back to, and Soulful Artist threw $20. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I want you to think about the things that you'd like to see eradicated, the injustices that are going on every level. I mean, they're happening on so many levels. We are controlled on so many levels we're not even aware of it. And we've learned to either accept it, or in some cases, people have identified this with, society, and without it, they wouldn't know how to function. But it has to go. And we are consciously making the decision. I'm letting you know what we are going to be doing today. We are consciously making the decision to destroy the matrix, to destroy the false third dimension that we have created. It is nothing short of spiritual battle. Okay? So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. So get yourself into a comfortable position, whatever that is for you. It's okay. If you don't want to fall asleep, you can sit up, on the edge of a chair or whatever's more comfortable. If you want to lie down, put on some headphones, cover your eyes, whatever's most comfortable for you. And so let's go ahead and get in our comfy positions. And now what I'd like for you to do is just close your eyes, begin breathing long and deep, allowing the abdomen to expand, exhaling completely. Allow gravity, which is Mother Earth's embrace. She loves you so much that she won't let you fly away. And this is what we experience as gravity. And so allow her embrace to pull you closer to her. Feel your body sink into the chair, sink into the couch, the floor, the bed, wherever you are. Let that energy pull you deeply and ground you in the love of your mother, the earth. Continue breathing long and deep. All right, take a deep breath in and hold it. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale, let it all go. And continue breathing long and deep. Now we're going to activate our connection to the earth and to the sun. And we are going to be the conduits right now to connect the sun to the earth and allow Mother Earth to shift up. And we are going to chant the Huar breath, H-U-A-R. You can hear it in the background. Go ahead and take a deep breath and chant with me. back to the sound of my voice. And bring your attention to your heart center. This is where your soul resides. A part of you that is infinite, that is omnipotent, that is divine, that is not limited by this third dimensional matrix we live in. This is the true source of who you are. And there is nothing in the universe that is more powerful than your soul. When you operate from your soul, absolutely nothing can compare to the power that you have. This is the power we are going to tap into and the authority we are going to use to change this reality. I'd like for you now to imagine energy beginning to swirl around in your heart center. Let that energy begin to expand. Let it swirl around. And now allow your energy body to come out of your heart center. And now as you float out above your body, look down on your body and send your body gratitude. All of the cells, the organs, the bones, everything that allows your physical body to function and interact with the third dimension, you are going to send gratitude for allowing your body to give you the ability to interface with this world that you've chosen to incarnate in. Send love to all of the cells and the organs. And we will stay connected. There will be a thread of energy that will continue to send all of the energy that we are going to accumulate. This will also be going directly to your body as well, which will allow you to evolve and shift to a higher dimensional version of yourself. Allow your energy body now to rise up to the ceiling. You now are going through the ceiling. You're looking down on the roof of your home. And you can feel the power of the moon. You can feel the power of the higher dimensional beings. And this energy pulls you further and further up into the atmosphere, farther and farther away from planet Earth. You can look down and see your home shrinking beneath you. You can see your hometown. You can see your neighborhood. You can see the city that you live in. Higher and higher, you can see the continent on which you live. Higher and higher, you can see the earth is beginning to actually turn into a globe in front of you. You go higher and higher, and we come to the edge of Earth's atmosphere, and we break through, and we are now outside of Earth's atmosphere and her gravity field. We are no longer attached to the three-dimensional space-time that we've been living in. We can now look down on planet Earth and we can see that she is a being. She is a very powerful conscious being. We can also feel all of the life forms, especially all of the human beings who are interconnected in the narrative, interconnected by realms of thought. And we are going to be accessing that. We are going to be influencing that. So now, as we are floating out here in space, I would like for you to turn and look towards the sun. And you can say hello to the sun. She is your mother. Tell her how much you love her. She loves to be told that. She's constantly giving love to everybody all the time. but she is so tickled when anybody tells her that she is loved. And now bring your attention to the earth herself and tell the earth how much you love her and that we are coming to help her. We're going to help her be relieved from all of the negativity that she's had to endure. Now bring your focus to the full moon. You can see it. It is beautiful out there, floating in space, reflecting the sun down onto our beautiful earth. And just take a moment to say hello to the moon and ask that your meditative mind and your emotions be empowered and balanced. Now bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. You become aware that we are not alone, that there are light beings that are beginning to show up, because once we've come out of Earth's atmosphere, higher dimensional beings can see us as we truly are. That physical body that is down on Earth, that is only an avatar. That is not your true self, and it does not represent your true power. In your astral body, you are connected to your true power, your true self, and beings in higher dimensions see that as your true, real self. And so, since you are now much more noticeable in higher dimensions, our higher dimensional friends are showing up. I would like for you to specifically call your guide to you. If you know who your guide is, you can go ahead and call them to you. If you have never connected with your higher dimensional guide, you just simply send out a mental invitation that your spirit guide that loves you come and empower you in this meditation. Do this now. Now take a moment and ask your guide if there is any words of encouragement or advice that they have for you. Do this now. And now we are going to expand our power by inviting all of the light beings in existence. So we are going to invite any and all beings of light that are capable to come and be a part of this meditation, to lend us their power and to help us channel our power in this endeavor we are going to do today. So go ahead and send out a message to all light beings. This includes extraterrestrial higher dimensional beings. It includes beings that we would see as angels or demigods. This includes also the gods themselves. We are inviting every single deity to come and be a part of this. This is the most important thing that's happening in the universe right now. So go ahead and send out that invitation in your own words. Do this now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Go ahead and take a look at all of the beings that are now surrounding you. Your guides are there, but there are light beings and beings from all different parts of the multiverse. And they just take a look and see what they look like, what they feel like, and know that they are incredibly grateful to you for allowing them to be a part of this. And they are incredibly excited to help us in this endeavor. They're very proud that we are taking back our planet. All right, now we have some work to do. So now all of us are going to float up, away from our solar system. We're going to float out above our own galaxy. And we go further and further, and we can see the beautiful swirling mass of stars and gases and planets and all kinds of things swirling around a center of our Milky Way galaxy. And we can see very, very bright light shooting out from the center of our galaxy. This is actually the home of what is known as the central sun, which is actually a black hole. This black hole is what is governing our entire galaxy. We are now going to begin floating towards that very bright center of our galaxy. We are going to meet with the deity that controls that. There is a very powerful deity that is the Lord of our galaxy. And we are going to meet with this deity. So we begin to float closer and closer to this very bright center. And we are now going to ask permission to enter into the space where this deity resides. So let's all do this now. With respect, we are going to ask for permission to enter. And we are told that they have been expecting us, and we are more than welcome. So we go into this very bright light, which is actually a portal to a higher dimension, and before we know it, we are in a completely different dimension. And I am aware of what looks to be like an enormous open air temple, and there is a very bright light in the center of this temple, and I'm told this is the energy that we need. This is the higher dimensional gamma frequency radiation. And we are going to take our astral bodies and the light beings that are with us, we are going to bathe in this light. And we are going to absorb as much of this light as we can. We are going to connect it to our energies. And with that, we are being directed to a wormhole. And we enter this wormhole, which takes us twisting and turning. And it's like being on a roller coaster. And we end up coming to the end of the wormhole, which empties out into the center of our sun. And our mother sun is there, and she is expecting us. We now, with our third eye and our hearts, we direct this energy like a laser beam into the center of the sun. So send all of that higher dimensional gamma frequency radiation directly into the center of the sun. And watch as that energy begins to form into a very powerful ball of energy that's even brighter than the energy that surrounds it. Continue to send that energy, putting it into the center of our sun. This is the weapon we are going to use to free humanity from the bondage of the narcissistic psychopaths who are controlling our planet. And now, we, all of us, including the sun, we are going to focus our gaze on Earth. We can see Earth out there in the distance. Even though we're in the center of the sun, we can see out and we can see where Earth is. And on the count of three, we're going to take a very deep breath in. And then when I tell you to exhale, you're going to imagine this energy shooting out of your third eye, your heart, and the sun releasing this directly towards Earth. Ready? Inhale. And get ready. Here we go. And exhale. Release this energy. Blow it to Earth. Continue seeing it go towards Earth. It's now like a hose that's been turned on full blast, and this energy is now blasting its way, headed directly towards our planet. And now bring your attention back to my voice. We are going to now exit the sun. We're going to back out and let the sun do her work. As we back out, we are now floating outside of the sun, and we tell her again how much we love her, and we thank her for what she is doing. And even though she's very busy right now, she does send back her gratitude and her love. The intensity of the love that I feel coming from her is overwhelming. She has been watching us for a very long time, and she has been waiting for us to give her permission to do this healing that is long overdue. With that, we bow towards her and we respectfully back away from her. And we now bring our attention to the earth, and we can see all this energy being directed directly towards our planet. We, along with our guides, along with every single light being and deity in the multiverse, we are now going to float down towards our planet. And as we get closer and closer, we can see the energy from the sun going all the way down through the crust of the earth to the center of the earth, shifting and changing the earth. The earth is beginning to separate into 3 different frequencies. And as challenging as it is, all life on earth must make a choice. We must choose to either evolve or hold on to the old third dimensional way and devolve back into a lower dimensional version. The kindest thing we can do for Earth is not to hold back. There are too many lives at stake. There is too much pain. We must now be ruthless and send as much of this energy as possible directly onto the planet. We are now going to surround Earth. We're going to link our energy up, and we are going to surround Earth. And the light beings are joining us. The light beings, there's going to be a very powerful line of beings which we could consider deities, who are going to be the first in line as they surround the earth. We humans and our guides, we are going to be the second line around earth. And then lining up behind us will be all of the light beings that exist. If you were to look down on Earth from above, you would see lines of light beings interlaced, surrounding Earth, spreading out into infinity. And all of the consciousness and all of the energy of the universe is completely focused on this one task we are doing. And what we're going to do now is we are going to once again chant the Huar mantra, and we will be given extra energy from the light beings, and the deities that are first in line is going to take our energy, which is the most powerful energy because it is in complete alignment with Earth's frequency. And these beings are going to take our power and refine it and send it towards Earth. So when we chant this, I want you to imagine energy shooting out of your third eye and out of your heart and being sent directly like a laser beam into the center of the planet. So the planet is getting bombarded by the solar radiation as well as our energy and our intention. And our intention today is to completely destroy the dark forces that have our planet in their grip. Get ready to chant with me. Inhale. attention back to the sound of my voice. We're now looking down on planet Earth, and we can see Earth is vibrating with this energy. This energy is vibrating and pulsating out into all directions. But the nature of this energy is such that it is going to be perhaps a few days before the full energy is released back onto the surface of the planet. We're now going to bring our attention to the light beings that are with us. And I would like for you to address them and to look at them. If you are able to see them, I would like for you to imagine that you're looking into the eyes of all of the light beings that are surrounding you. And I'd like for you to ask them to show you what you look like to them in the fifth dimension. Go ahead and do this now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. You can continue this interaction anytime you wish. Your light being friends will be waiting for you if you need to continue this experience of seeing who you truly are. And now what I'd like for you to do is to ask if any of the light beings that are with you have any thoughts they want to share, any encouragement, any advice, any messages that they believe that you need to hear. Go ahead and ask them now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. You can continue this conversation whenever you wish. We are now going to take another journey before we end this. We're going to turn away from Earth, and we are going to look out into space, and we see a point of light, a very bright, intense white point of light. And we are going to begin heading towards that. So we and all of our guides begin flying towards this extremely bright white point of light, which begins to expand as we get closer to it. It reaches out and pulls us towards itself. It becomes larger and larger and larger. We stop just outside, and this is a portal to the highest dimension of awareness, and we are going to enter this and allow it to shift us up. It will be connected to our bodies, since our physical bodies have a thread connecting to our astral bodies. But this is your intention as you go into it. So we are now allowing ourselves to be pulled into this extremely bright white light, and it surrounds us. It is unbelievably pure, unbelievably powerful. It's like being inside of a diamond. And everything is precise. It's very pure and clean. And it is sparkling and sending out very powerful beams of light in all directions. And we can feel this going deep into our bones. We can feel it going into all of the cells of our body, and especially into our brain. We can feel it going into the center of our brain and activating the pineal gland. We're actually getting a pineal gland upgrade. And from this, we will be able to activate our higher dimensional essence. We will be able to communicate and be communicated with much more often and much more powerfully. I'd like for you to focus on your crown chakra. Take a deep breath in and allow this bright white light directly into your pineal gland. Inhale. And hold. And exhale out the third eye. Once again, inhale from the top of the head. Hold. Exhale out your third eye. One last time, inhale. And exhale out the third eye. In this space, we can intend whatever we choose. I would like for you to bring to your mind the perfect 5D world that you want to live in. How magical is it? A world filled with absolute joy, orgasmic bliss, peace, and love, completely free of all negativity. The energy is so powerful there that nothing evil can even choose to penetrate that aura. This new earth will be nothing like the one we're on now in regards to the challenges that we face. Bring this to mind. And now I'd like for you to go even beyond what you're fantasizing. Make it even more unbelievably beautiful. Create the most impossible, most fulfilling world you can imagine, and then allow it to go beyond that. I'm seeing a world where energy comes off of everything, comes off of the ground, the trees. Everywhere you go, you can feel the energy and the essence of everything. There are rainbow hues everywhere. There is only consciousness and blissful energy. What do you see? What would you like to experience? What is pure heaven to you? Bring this to your mind. And now hold on to whatever it is. It could just be one idea that gives you tremendous bliss. And inside of this crystalline, beautiful world, we are going to turn and look towards Earth. We can see Earth off in the distance. And we are now going to send this very powerful light directly to Earth. And this is going to create our 5D perfect Earth that we will inhabit. Take a deep breath in. Focus on that bliss. Exhale, send it out the third eye like a laser beam towards Earth. Exhale. Once again, inhale from the crown. Exhale out through the third eye. One last time, inhale all of the light out of this place into your pineal. Inhale. Exhale, send it towards earth through the third eye. We now look around and realize that this light has completely disappeared. We took it and we sent it directly to earth. It is now racing towards planet Earth. So we follow this light, us and all of our light being friends, and we end up once again floating in space, looking at Earth, and there is energy coming from two directions. There's energy coming from the sun, and there is this energy coming from the light that we were just experiencing. And this energy is mixing at the center of Earth. And it is so powerful, Earth cannot stay in one frequency. She must now separate into 3 different frequencies. But since you were the being who thought of this energy and felt it, you don't have to worry about which Earth you're going to go to, because you are the one who designed it. And so when this separation and this shift finally happens, you need not worry. This energy will grab hold of you and pull you into this new world. I'd like for you now to focus your attention on your light being friends, and you will notice that they are beside themselves with joy. They are laughing and celebrating and singing and dancing, because Earth is finally free. And there's nothing to say right now. There's nothing to ask. There's nothing that they need to say to you, but you are going to invite them to come and visit you. If you are open to this, you are going to invite all of these light beings, including the deities, because now you are on a first name basis with everyone. You are going to invite them to come and visit you whenever they wish, for whatever reason. And you are going to ask that they be available to you when you need them. Go ahead and do this now in your own words. All right, now bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Normally we would release the light beings to go back to where they would want to go, but they are so busy partying and celebrating that we're just going to let them do whatever it is they want to do right now. We're now going to talk to our personal guides for just one moment. And I'd like for you to ask them one last time if they have any thoughts or feelings, words of encouragement, advice, or information. Go ahead and ask them now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We are now going to head back to Earth, back to our bodies. We're going to bring this energy to our physical bodies. So we say goodbye to our light being friends who bow before us, and they are incredibly grateful and full of joy and happiness for what we have done. And we begin to float back down to Earth. Our light beings friends are saying, we can't wait to see you when you all come home. And we hear them saying this in the distance as we make our way back towards Earth. We hit Earth's atmosphere and it is not the same. It's like going through a bright white rainbow light. There's so much energy here, so much has changed. We focus and find our place on the planet, and we begin to float down towards the continent on which we live. We get closer and closer. We find the state that we live in. We see our county that we live in. We see our city. We get closer and closer. We can see our neighborhood, and there's our home. And we begin floating down towards our house. We go down through the roof, and we hover above our body. And we can see the energy that our body is accumulating from this work. We are now going to send love and health. I would like for you to imagine your perfect body. What does your body look like? Perfect health, perfect youth, perfect strength. Imagine your body transforming into the most healthy, perfect body you would want to live in. Send love and gratitude to all of the cells and organs, the bones, the tissues, the brain. And now we allow ourselves to float back down into our body. And our body now integrates all of the energy from our subtle body that we've picked up. Go ahead and inhale very deeply. And exhale. Inhale one more time very deeply. Hold. Integrate this energy into all of the cells of your body and exhale. One last time, inhale. Hold. And exhale completely. Rub the palms of your hands together. Put your hands on your eyes. Inhale through your eyes, the warmth of your palms. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. One last time, inhale very deeply. And exhale. Rub your eyes. Rub your face, your scalp, back of the neck, front of the neck, shoulders, chest, back, legs. Come completely back into your body. All right, so that was that. And as always, we now let go. Whatever happened out there, happened out there. We don't become attached to any of it. My experience so far is that every time we do this, something happens. We'll find out. We will find out. So again, if you want to empower yourself, there are tools available for you on this channel. And there are tools available for you on the website, thunderwizard.com. And I have here let's see, where is it? Yeah, so I have a couple of different energy routines that you can use. I'm here to tell you, I was doing the Maoshan energy work before this meditation, and I was once again given the awareness that this technology is actually higher dimensional technology. This is really the tools that are able to bring in this higher dimensional energy. And I was once again, not only did I experience it, but I was once again given this information. These are the tools that are being given to us for this reason. So whenever you do anything, whether it's the Awakening the Immortals, whether it's the Lightning Qigong, whether it's the Celestial Qigong, all of those things, by the way, can again be found here at the shop. Click on shop at thunderwizard.com, scroll down, you'll see all of those energy practices. Those energy practices are, that's where these higher dimensional this is the energy of these beings that we're working with. And so by doing this in conjunction with the interdimensional meditation, we're actually really connecting and transforming ourselves. And the only reason I bring that to you is because as this energy hits Earth, there might be some challenges. So let's take a look at what you might experience as a result of, let me see if I put it up here. Nope. Yeah, let's see, is this it? Yeah, so here's some symptoms. This will let you know when the energy hits. You've already experienced it. You might experience some anxiety. That's simply higher dimensional energy, and your third dimensional body is trying to absorb it. And so the thing to do is when you become aware of your anxiety, you relax into it. Just like when you used to, if you did, party chemicals, when you knew it was kicking in. If you didn't know that you had ingested something and it started to kick in, you'd get worried. Like, what's going on with my body? Why is my heart racing? But when you just, took a hit or a drag of something, you go, oh yeah, it's kicking in, man, and you would relax into it. So when you feel that anxiety, you go, it's kicking in, relax into it. And don't let your brain turn it into a bad trip. You might have some emotional sensitivity, fears and paranoia. You will have an increased spiritual awareness. I was just talking with somebody last night, again, doing these things and checking in with me. Is this really what's happening? And, what he was describing was, he's having a heightened spiritual encounter with life. And yeah, this is real. This will be the result of this energy hitting Earth. Increased psychic awareness. There might be some physical detox symptoms. So take care of yourself. You might have dreams and visions. You might have spiritual visitations. And confusion. The confusion is your third dimensional brain, isn't connected to higher dimensions. This is important to know that. Your intellect, the part of you that tries to figure things out, that is an interface for the third dimension. And Western people especially think their intellect is their mind, and it's not. It is a program. It's a 3D program. This is why scientists can't comprehend spirituality. This is why religion can't comprehend love, and that's why they have to have things like sin and judgment, because this is part of our third dimensional interaction. So the confusion will hit because your brain won't will constantly be questioning, is this real? Is this really happening? So that's something to just know, that that's part of the deal. And feeling that you're in two worlds, because you will be. We are now beginning to separate, just as we see, no, not here, here. The light is beginning to separate into different frequencies. And so I don't know how more it's, some people have done work like this and they'll just wake up and they'll be in another completely different world. And then they'll be back in the third dimension and in what they understand. And so maybe it'll be like that. I don't know. But at the very least, you will have this feeling that you are in two different worlds simultaneously. You can begin to choose to vibrate on the higher dimensional empowerment. And continue to send love to all of the people on this planet who are being, there's people on this planet who are going through things some of us can't even begin to imagine. And there are things happening to people that are so horrible that when the world finds out about it, it is going to be incredibly shocking and difficult. But that is our goal. We want the world to become aware what has always been going on under the surface. So be thinking about this and meditating about it, and keep your eyes peeled. My prediction, based on what we've done so far, is that we're going to start to see more and more things are going to start being revealed to the world to such a degree that nobody will be able to deny it any longer. What else? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. This was a pretty intense thing. Let's see if somebody has any questions. Ariel threw down $10. Thank you. Thank you again to Ariel. Soulful Artist, $20. And Squirrel Monk, $49.99. Thank you. It really means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. And let's see, what else? Jedi Black Knight says, I did the interdimensional meditation last night, went near the sun to pull from the galactic center and send to Earth a few times. For the last 3 times, it seemed as if I was instructed to shapeshift into my 5D form. Yep. Thunder Bunny, detox just happened to me, she says. Jedi Black Knight continued, the energy levels were intense, though. My intellect does keep saying it was all a wishful ego trip. So, me too. My brain does the same thing. It does it less and less, especially when you see in the physical world things you can't deny. And there are crazy, crazy things that they've said to me that I've actually physically witnessed. And, you can't deny it. After a while, it just gets hard to deny it. So, but it's very normal, because it's important to understand, one of the best ways to learn about this is to go on to YouTube and type in Carl Sagan Flatland. And he talks about what would happen, what it would be like if we as third dimensional beings were to try and communicate with a two-dimensional being. And this is a scientist. And so how he knows this, I don't know, or knew this, I don't know. But he said if you talk to a two-dimensional being, they wouldn't physically hear you. It would erupt from within them, and they would think they were losing their minds. And this is what's happening when you get these energy jolts, or I call them energy jolts, or when you get telepathic communications. Your imagination has to engage. So yes, you are imagining it, but the assumption is your imagination is nothing, and it's not true. Your imagination is a multi-dimensional muscle, and it is your cooperation. Just like if somebody's talking to you, you have to listen to them. If you choose not to listen to them, you could, cover your ears and you wouldn't hear them. But if you actually pay attention and listen, you can hear what the other person is saying. And when you're getting interdimensional telepathic messages, you have to cooperate by using your imagination. Now, one of the ways you know that you're actually getting a message is that you will think that you're imagining, a being saying this, but some part of you will respond as though that's new information. Now, when you make something up, you just make it up and it doesn't feel different. It doesn't feel, this is why deluded people have no problem, they say, I am God, I am this, and they argue, they don't have any doubts. When this kind of thing happens to you and a being says you are this in the fifth dimension, you go, I am? I think I just made that up. But there's a part of you that goes, that doesn't feel like it came from me. The information will feel foreign. And so that'll create confusion as well. This is one of the ways you know you've received actual information. Another one is when you get hit with a lot of energy as the thought comes to you or the feeling comes into your heart. That's another way that you're getting interdimensional communication. But that experience is the same for me as well, Jedi, so you're not alone. This is why, by the way, Jedi Black Knight and others, this is why we have this live Zoom class. Because when you hear other people, because when you're by yourself, you think you're making it up. But when you hear other people explain what's happening, you know that they're telling the truth. So, I can tell immediately if somebody's experienced higher dimensions. I can tell immediately if they're making it up or if they're deluded or if they're lying or if they're telling the truth. And that's only because I've experienced it. And when you're in these live Zoom classes, you don't go through that. I think I'm making it up. It's more like, yeah, that happened to me. I tried to explain it to other people and they don't get it. And the other person goes, no, that's exactly what happened to me. So this is important that we have this. So if you want to be a part of that, whoever you are, you can go thunderwizard.com. There's 2 ways you can subscribe to that. So go ahead and do that. Ike Miss T sent $5. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And let's see what else. Thundra is speechless. Thunder Bunny throwing hearts at us and happy. Thank you. Soulful Artist says this was special and intense. Ike Miss says thank you, Thunder Wizard. Zinc says I also loved it and felt intense even though I was distracted by something toward the end of the meditation. Yeah, that's okay. Trust me, this is we think we're just meditating, but I guarantee you these light beings who are real beings who really exist in a real world that's even more real than ours, when we show up, they're having a direct personal, it's like they're physically interacting with us. We are getting it, through our pineal is taking the information and trying to give it to us, and we are getting it in like this hazy vision of a meditation or a dream, but it's literally physically happening somewhere. And these beings are real. And if you allow yourself to continue to interact with them, you will find out how real they are. So my hope is that you have a personal experience beyond this, and my hope is that everybody eventually has this. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. I'm hungry. I hope my stomach growling didn't distract you, but I need to eat. And you guys know what to do. Thunderwizard.com, subscribe and or go to the shop. Look for things that you want. I appreciate those that contributed. It means a lot to me. You guys know what to do. So leave questions in the video comment sections of the videos. And those of you who are working with me, I'll see you very soon. That's it. Thanks, my friends. I love you all. Please remember that you are the most powerful being that has ever existed. Please know that the entire universe was created solely for your pleasure. Please know that you are pure love, that you are the most valuable, the most beautiful, the most lovable, the most amazing being that has ever existed. And if it weren't for you, I wouldn't exist. And so for that, I thank you for allowing me to have my existence. And please be very good to yourselves. Take care of yourself after this meditation. Take it easy. Take a salt bath. Take a walk in the woods, a dip in the ocean, whatever it is that you're able to do. And we will do this again very soon. At least for sure, we will do this. We will do another one on Saturday if everything continues to function well. So let's watch what happens in the meantime. That's it, my friends. I love you all. Thank you for showing up, and I will see you all very soon. Please take very good care of yourselves.